Halloween 2, directed by Rick Rosenthal, is a sequel worthy of the original, in my opinion. Even though it came out 3 years later, Halloween 2 picks up right off where Halloween 1 left off, with Laurie going to the hospital after she's been attacked by Michael Myers, and Dr. Loomis continuing his search for Michael and stopping him at all costs. Even though it's not as good as the original, I still think Rick Rosenthal did a good job keeping the creepy atmosphere and creepy mood to the film, creepy tone. It still works. It's still well directed, even though he's no John Carpenter, but he still did a good job. And that's one of the many reasons why I think it's a worthy sequel. While Dr. Loomis is continuing his search for Michael, as Laurie's taken to the hospital and being taken care of by the doctors and nurses, Michael finds out where she is. He goes to the hospital where she's staying, and he kills any nurse, doctor, guard, paramedic that gets in his way just so he can kill Laurie. But this time, one of the main reason why he's going after Laurie is because the big twist of the movie is Laurie is Michael Myers' sister. Even though John Carpenter just wrote that twist because he couldn't come up with something for the sequel and he was just drunk in a bar one night, I still think the twist works and it definitely paid off in the future. And I'll get to that when I get to H2O. But it worked fine for this film. I didn't mind it. Donald Pleasence still does a great job as Dr. Loomis. He's he's still dedicated to stop Michael at any cost, and even accidentally gets a poor teenager killed just because he thought he was Michael. And that poor teenager just happened to be Ben Tramer, a character that was mentioned in the original by the teenage girls, and he accidentally gets killed Mike because Dr. Loomis thought he was Michael. He was wearing a similar mask to Michael, but that's the things that happen when somebody like Dr. Loomis gets a little too obsessed with searching for Michael, searching for the killer, and that Captain Aham Moby Dick, theme still goes on throughout this film, which I really liked. And even though Jamie Lee Curtis is not in the movie as much as she was in the original, I still think she did a good job. You still like her. I'll speak for myself. I still like her. She's still likable, and I still root for her, even though throughout most of the entire film, she's just in bad. Um, but I still think she did a good job as Laurie Strode. I like the new characters in the film, who are the nurses and the paramedics. I thought they all did a good job, especially Lance Cass as Jimmy, who kind of has a crush on Laurie, and I really like that their relationship in the film. And I felt bad for him, but it's weird with this character because by the end, you don't really know if he lives or dies. If you've seen the TV version, you definitely know that he indeed survives. As for Michael Myers, who was played by Nick Castle in the original and this time by Dick Warlock, is still very creepy, especially the scenes where it comes from the shadows, especially like the scene where one of the nurses finds the doctor dead and you see her backing away and you see Michael coming slowly from the shadows and sticks the needle in her eye. Scenes like that in this film show that Michael is still a very scary villain, but this time he's more vicious. He kills his victims. Well, in the film, it's portrayed a lot more gorier than the original. While in the original, there was no blood at all. In this film, because it came out in the early 80s, you see Michael slit someone's throat, you see blood, or he kills a girl in the really hot bathtub and her skin gets fucked up. Stuff like that, which I didn't mind. It wasn't to the extreme, but it is to the extreme when you compare it to the original, I guess. Just like in the original, John Carpenter worked on the music. Even though it's not as good as the original, I still think this is a worthy, creepy score, and it give it a bit of a difference so it can stand out on its own. Why don't we listen to it right now? Okay, that's enough of the music. Let's move on to the climax of the film. Now, the climax of the film is awesome. I mean, you have Dr. Loomis and Laurie Strode together trying to stop Michael Myers. They're trapped in the room. Michael breaks in. Loomis tries to shoot Michael. He's out of bullets. Michael stabs him. But Laurie has the other gun. She shoots Michael 2 times in the eyes. He bleeds. I love that image where he's bleeding. He kind of looks like he's crying, but it's blood. He can't see anymore. He's swinging around the knife while Dr. Loomis is making noise with those gas tanks, and Laurie as well, to distract him. Loomis tells Laurie to get the hell out of there. She does. And Loomis gets a lighter and says, "It's time, Michael." Blows the motherfucker up and probably dies himself. But not really. I'll get to Halloween 4 and explain that, I guess. But it looks like they're both dead. Laurie is okay. She survives, but she sees Michael burning. His whole body's freaking burning. And then he falls to the ground and he's dead. So she thinks. But she survives, and that's it. That's the ending of the film. She survives, and her story's over, and Dr. Loomis' story's over. He's killed Michael as well as himself, or so we think, and that's it. That was supposed to be the end of the Michael Myers storyline, and that explains why Halloween 3 is the way it is, which I'll get to that film later. But that's my review of Halloween 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave comments, as many as you want. Did you guys like Halloween 2? I'm pretty sure you did. But in my opinion, even though it's not as good as the original, it's a worthy sequel. It's very well done. It is creepy at times. The actors did a good job. Michael was still scary at times. And it was a good installment to the franchise, in my opinion. But thanks for watching. You guys have a happy Halloween, and I'll see you guys next time in the next review. Adios.